Let's now go to goiter, thyroid problems. Let's discuss goiter in Western medicine. The thyroid gland is situated at the front of the throat below the hyoid bone, Adam's apple, or the larynx. It comprises two lobes that lie on either side of the trachea and are joined in the front by an isthmus. Here we have the figure of the thyroid gland and its parts, the thyroid cartilage, the left and right thyroid gland, and the trachea. The thyroid gland is under the control of the pituitary gland. Hypothalamus pituitary thyroid axis, TRH, thyrotrophin releasing hormone, TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. When the level of thyroid hormones, the triiodothyronin and thyroxine drops too low, the pituitary gland produces thyroid stimulating hormones, or the TSH, which stimulates the thyroid gland to produce more hormones. Under the influence of TSH, the thyroid will manufacture and secrete T3 and T4, thereby raising their blood levels. The pituitary senses this and responds by decreasing its TSH production. One can imagine the thyroid gland as a boiler or furnace and the pituitary gland as the thermostat. Just as a thermostat cuts off the boiler when the temperature reaches the desired level, the pituitary gland secretes less TSH, thus reducing the levels of T3 and T4 when an optimal level is reached. The thyroid cannot manufacture its hormones without sufficient dietary iodine. If a person's diet is low in iodine, the pituitary keeps sending chemical messages to the thyroid, but in vain. The thyroid gland enlarges as it attempts to comply with the pituitary's demands. A goiter is the swelling of the thyroid gland. The symptoms of a goiter include enlargement of the throat, ranging from a small lump to a huge mass, swallowing problems if the goiter is large enough to press on the esophagus, breathing problems if the goiter is large enough to press on the trachea. Goiters are broadly classified into two groups of endemic and sporadic. In endemic goiter, a whole community is affected by insufficiency dietary iodine. One common reason is that the soil in which foods are grown is iodine depleted. Certain areas of Australia, including Tasmania and areas along the Great Dividing Range, that is the Australian Capital Territory, have low iodine levels in the soil. There is also evidence of a re-emergence of iodine deficiency in cities such as Melbourne. Mountainous areas and areas far from the sea are the ones most likely to be iodine deficient. However, endemic goiters tend to be more prevalent in developing countries. They are rare in developed countries because of widespread iodine supplementation. In sporadic goiter, only the individual is affected. Risk factors for sporadic goiter include family history, diet, age, or over 40 years, and sex. Women are much more susceptible than men. Goiter can be caused by a range of factors, including insufficient iodine in the diet, high consumption of certain foods that neutralize iodine, such as cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. Other foods, such as soy, may also induce goiter. Certain drugs, such as lithium and phenylbutazone, thyroid cancer, nodules growing on the thyroid gland, hypothyroidism, overactive thyroid gland, and hypothyroidism, underactive thyroid gland. Thank you for your attention.